that little light right here coming in, it like, even though it's not hitting it, it could. Nicole wrote bye. She sent the bye.
We're live.
Oh, okay. So, oh my goodness. Okay, welcome to the podcast, everybody. Moose, I haven't seen you in so long. I haven't. Oh, wait, what?
Shut
you
up.
look different.
Don't even.
What's going on with your head? Moose sent me a picture yesterday, a selfie of his head, but with no context. And I'm looking at it, and you were in a car, and you did your hair clearly. Well, clearly I can tell now. In the picture, I couldn't tell because the sun was coming in through the window. So it was hard for me to tell what the picture was of. So the whole time I was like, why is he sending me a selfie of his face? I don't understand. I even showed it to Melissa, and I said, what's going on here? What are we supposed to notice? And she couldn't figure it out. So Justin Timberlake, why did you decide? And by the way, this podcast is going to be of why the Superman movie, in my opinion, sucked and what it could have been. What I have a much better way of doing the movie that I'm going to tell you about. But first, let's talk about your hair. Why?
I don't know. Why not?
Listen, I'm already used
It was
to
it was wicked impulsive. It was like very spur of the moment. It was like boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
do it.
Well, you're matching the hair to the outfit very nicely.
Well, I have errands to run after.
Ah.
So I was like, I have to go to the gym. I have to go wash my car. I have to go grocery shopping. So
Yeah.
I throw on the Y2K fit. Listen, I don't know. It was just something different, okay? If I don't like it, my hair grows back fast. In 3 weeks, it'll be gone.
Who suggested it to you?
Me.
You just
Yeah.
Oh.
I was talking to someone. I was like, I always like that, like Justin Timberlake, like Y2K look. And then they were telling me, they're like, oh, you can't get frosted tips yet. Your hair's not quite long enough just yet because you have curly hair.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, my curls like disappeared with the bleach. I don't know what happened. But they're like, you gotta dye it now. Don't touch your root. Dye it now. And then when your hair grows out in a couple of weeks, when you go get your hair cut, your tips will be frosted. So I'm like blonde right now, but in a couple of weeks I'll be like,
Yeah. I mean, 25 years. It's been about 25 years since that look, and that's like things go in cycles, so I can see it coming back. You're starting it. You're starting it.
listen,
Yeah.
what can I say? All right, on to bigger fish to fry.
Get like 4 friends, have them all do the same thing, and every time you guys walk in or talk, just make sure that you do it choreographed. And
Do the.
yeah, just,
I'm very before we even dive into anything, because this is gonna be the Ramiro roast also, because I don't know what he thinks he's walking into. He's seen this a billion times. I don't know. He just likes to fight with me. So wait. So before we get into any of that, how was your trip? Because I didn't even know you were going to Montana.
oh, bro, Yellowstone. I want to
I
move.
had no idea.
We went to Yellowstone. Mate.
Was that sporadic?
No, my wife's dad he went there like 50 years ago, and he wanted to do like a trip with us and the grandkids and everything. So he set it up. All we knew was we were going to do Yellowstone. He set up everything else, like the Airbnbs and like the itinerary and everything. And have you ever been out there?
No.
Have you ever been to the Grand Canyon?
Nope.
Okay.
I've never been to the West Coast.
Okay, so I went to the Grand Canyon maybe like 10 years ago or so. And when I went there, I told a friend of mine, I said, hey, I'm going to go check out the Grand Canyon. And he said, it is undescribable when you get up there and see it all. Mm-hmm. And I said, I remember saying to him, what do you mean? Like, describe it to me. And he goes, I just told you, you're not going to be able to, you won't be able to talk when you're just looking at everything. And the only thing you're going to be able to say to people is you have to see it for yourself. Seeing it in pictures is so different than seeing it in person.
Yeah.
I would say this is a very similar experience. Just seeing the landscape, the scenery, the mountains, unbelievable. Just the animals, Old Faithful, all the geysers, the hot springs, because Yellowstone's a volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on top of a volcano. So, and by the way, if you ever look up the map of how big the volcano is that you're on top of, it's a super volcano. If it ever erupted, we're in Boston, and it would be catastrophic. It would be catastrophic around the world. So it's just amazing. But it was awesome. It was awesome. We did Yellowstone. Here's one of the best pictures that I've ever taken in my life, but I'm mad because you could see other, I mean, I'm sure Photoshop it, but you could see other people's hands, like the shadows of other people's hands, because the picture was so amazing. I don't even know if I could, I mean, it's really sucks to show it on there. You won't be able to see it, but look at that.
That is phenomenal.
The rainbow.
Yeah, that's insane.
The only thing that sucks is that right there.
Yeah. I could just sit there and stare at that all day.
Dude, and in person, it was unbelievable. It was just unbelievable. But we did that. Went to a rodeo, like a legit rodeo. My kids were chasing a baby cow in the thing. Yeah.
You guys rode horses?
We did a horseback ride. Had my son, he's 6. We're like, listen, you're 7. If they ask you, because the minimum age was 7.
Yeah.
So we said, you got to just remember you're 7 years old. We all got on the horses. We went out there. His horse, the funniest thing was because they'll stay. The horses are pretty good, especially those. But they even said, they go, hey, listen, they might want to, on their own, get some water, get some grass. So you need to, they gave us like what to do in case they did that. My son had the hungriest horse. Every time it would just pull off. But he did a great job pulling it back, keeping it in line with us. My daughter was like hitting her horse because they said if you want to get him going, you can hit him with a little rope thing or give him a little kick. She's doing that the whole time. I'm like, we're in line. Your horse is moving. What do you want it to do? Get out of line and take off on you?
Yeah, literally. Just like full on like.
But yeah, that was super fun. So we did that. Oh, we went to like a grizzly bear encounter place. We saw a bear at Yellowstone, but then we went to a separate one, and there was a 1,200-pound bear. It's the heaviest bear that's not in the wild. Mm-hmm. That's in the whatever they call the continental United States, because they rescued it from Alaska. Those Alaska bears run heavy.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was massive. It was awesome. And I got a tattoo, of course, because
I know where is it?
The first one below the equator, my friend, on the calf.
Oh, that one's sick.
Yeah.
That one's so cool.
Yeah. So wasn't as bad too. I was gonna get it on my quad because I figured my quad, like if I'm going for the first time on my legs, I don't know why in my head the quad will hurt the least, but Nicole's like, do it on your calf.
You love those like native tribal tattoos.
Oh, I do.
And you love the Japanese ones.
I love all that stuff. I wish I had more. When people are like, what's the story behind your tattoos? I'm always like, I think it looks cool. I need to like make up a lie.
Yeah. You're like, this is great dragon spirit on my arm.
I'd be like, well, at that stage in my life. But yeah, no, it was, I would love, see, the only thing is, here's the only thing. I'm more of an ocean than lake guy. Right? So
Hell yeah, me too.
If you could somehow move that area and plop it right next to an ocean, that to me would be perfect. And by the way, sorry to interrupt. Now I understand why you have people who live in those areas that never want to move to big cities, because it's so slow paced and chill and stuff there, and so much space. Imagine that would be the equivalent of having a big house and somebody being like, all right, move all your shit into a closet.
Yeah.
Like everyone's on top of you. Everyone's in a rush. Everyone's in a bad mood, and they're like, seems like they're mad at you even though you didn't do anything. And you go from seeing beautiful landscapes and mountains to buildings that look like they're going to fall on top of you.
Remember I said that too when I came back from France?
Yeah.
I said the exact same thing. I said, well, Paris obviously is a big city, but we went to a smaller kind of rural area. Yeah, and it was same thing, quiet pace. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I also understand for, when people who are anti-gun and people who are pro-gun and are like really, really pro-gun, I understand why people who live in those areas are really, really pro-gun. If I decided to be a bad person and rob you here, and you called 911, there'd be police here in like 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, when it's a bit more on the outskirts.
Out there, go ahead, call 911. They're not going to get here for almost an hour. It's just so much space. So they need that to protect themselves from people and from animals too.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying?
I get that part.
So I completely understand. But okay, can we get to the?
How do you gotta approach this right? How do you want to do it? Do you want to go? Actually, hold on.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I mean,
we're not gonna agree already.
No. We're definitely not gonna agree. I would like. We could do a little debate. It doesn't have to be. I'm not gonna argue because from the jump. Here's my thing with Superman.
And we've talked about this before.
Yes, the character. I'm not really a huge fan of Superman the superhero.
Yes.
Because
Because he thinks he has like not motive, but like
no strife.
Yes,
he has no strife.
Exactly.
And you know what?
Well, that's what you think.
I was saying this to my wife, and she said, "What do you mean? His home planet blew up?" And I said, "Correct, but he was a baby, no core memories. So, if for some reason if Earth were to blow up, and my parents and I would never get to know my real parents or whatever." The absolute most perfect scenario is, as a baby, them sending me into space, me landing on a planet where I happen to be the most powerful being on that planet, and getting raised by two freaking amazing people. He had zero strife. Oh, but kryptonite weekend. Great, kryptonite. How much kryptonite is there on Earth? There is none. Somehow they managed to get some. The bad guys always get a little piece of kryptonite, but it's not like kryptonite is like water. It's not like kryptonite is like, a pine tree.
Pine tree.
No, I'm just saying, like, things that like are
Easily
available,
accessible, yeah.
easily accessible on Earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Okay.
you can't even like create kryptonite.
Okay.
It's this. How did kryptonite first? Did it come with him? Like
No,
it's
like I'm gonna get this wrong, and the Superman fans are gonna kill me. I think it's remnants of Krypton that turned into like a comet, and because they were in space and the explosion,
right,
they became kryptonite. I think that's one of the explanations.
Yeah.
It's like the planet exploded and those pieces that flew out into space.
So like when like pieces of like asteroid or whatever land on Earth. And,
from Krypton. That's why they can hone him in.
Right.
I think. I don't know.
Right. So
what didn't you like? Because it was a very enjoyable watch, but what didn't you like? Who did you go see it with? Give me the whole rundown.
Me, Nicole, and my two youngest.
Okay. How's your coffee?
Delicious.
Okay.
It was definitely made for a younger audience because they want to build the DCU from here. I understand that.
Good idea.
Definitely made for little kids. However,
I wouldn't say little kids, but okay.
Younger.
Okay.
I will say this. This was a telltale sign that it wasn't just me that didn't really enjoy the movie. My two youngest are 6 and 8. All they know in every movie is post-credit scenes. The most random movie, we'll watch the most random, ridiculous movie, and they go, is there a post-credit scene? Is there a post-credit scene? Wait, I'm sure there's a post-credit scene. They didn't ask about that for Superman. That's how I could tell they really didn't enjoy it.
That's how I could tell it wasn't for their age group.
They saw Back to the Future and were asking about
a timeless movie.
But they were asking about post-credit scenes for that.
I know, but that's timeless though. Like that is enjoyable all around. Okay, keep going.
That's just an observation. Okay, so the best thing they did in this movie was also the worst thing they did in this movie. And that is they slingshotted Superman's origin story. They kind of started and they were like, by the way, Superman is already here.
You didn't like that.
I like that, but also that's what I didn't like because if they did that and then slowed it down after that, I would have enjoyed it. But I feel like they hit the ground running and then never slowed down throughout the whole movie. They gave us way too much. It seemed as if James Gunn was trying to give us Guardians of the Galaxy and have you seen the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movies? Okay, it seemed like he was trying to do those two combined, but not the best qualities, not what made those movies great.
Okay.
Almost like the highlight reel
of
each movie. So I just think it went to so I like the guy that played Lex Luthor.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult,
I did like him.
He's a great actor.
But I don't like how they rushed the Lex Luthor hates Superman, already figured out all his weaknesses and all of that stuff, and beat the crap. He's Superman. He spent 95% of the movie getting his ass kicked. That doesn't make sense. Lex Luthor created, built, discovered, whatever, this pocket universe that he created somehow, made into a jail cell for aliens that he also captured. Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Like in 30 seconds, they were like, oh yeah, by the way, he has this alternate universe and he has all these aliens that he captured, all that stuff. Oh. And also, Lex Luthor, who's this brilliant man. You know what else I liked about his character? I love the fact that he studied Superman so much that he did when they were fighting, he knew Superman's fighting and he was like, B12.
Yeah.
A1,
Yeah.
A1. A1 was just a straight punch.
Yeah.
I like that little Easter egg of it. I like that, but I think that they should have slowed all that down instead of just like being like, okay, Lex Luthor hates Superman, knows how to beat his ass, already has his DNA, all that stuff. Oh, another thing too. He discovers this is, now I'm nitpicking a little bit. Sorry. He discovers this pocket universe or whatever, right? I can't get over, like, he discovered like another universe and they made that like such a small part of the movie. Like such a like.
It's a pocket one. It's not like where there's people. It's like nothing. It's the abyss.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. So he discovered a black hole.
Yeah. I mean,
no big deal. So he discovers this black hole. He creates like an alternate Superman, all that stuff. But yet, and we're also in the age of AI and all that stuff. Yet, in the age of bots, to trash Superman online, he trained a bunch of monkeys on a keyboard.
That's the point.
No, that's not the point.
Because they're dumb monkeys saying nonsense.
He can't just be like, by the way, I have a program that just negatively talks about Superman.
It's a comic book movie. It's supposed to be fun and quirky like that.
Okay, but that's the thing. It's like they try too much to be the best movies, in my opinion, of those are serious, have a lot of seriousness, some comedy.
Okay.
This one, I couldn't tell you at what point they were being serious.
Because that's okay. Sorry, keep going.
Another thing. No. Again, you gotta be open-minded.
No, I'm gonna be very open-minded when you tell me your alternate stuff.
The alternate is unbelievable. The monkey stuff was ridiculous. That was just ridiculous because it's like you can't be like, oh, I discovered Superman's weakness. I ended up taking his DNA, creating a clone Superman. I have a pocket universe, but I need to train monkeys to type on a keyboard to trash him. That's one. Okay. Another one. You have all that knowledge. You're brilliant. You're telling me that you don't have maybe an AI facial recognition tool, or it never occurred to you to be like, hey, let's zoom in and get a copy of Superman's face and just figure out who the hell his real identity is. No? I see you pausing. I see you waiting. I'm
waiting till you're done.
Okay. That's ridiculous, though.
Okay.
They should have like at least explained, maybe like him saying, I tried, but something, and I don't know, maybe something when Superman throws on his glasses, they're amazing.
You didn't hear Green Lantern talk about the glamour charm on the glasses?
No. I did like the Green Lantern guy with the
Guy Gardner
with the little boy haircut. Yeah. He was good. He was good. I wasn't a huge fan of Mr. Terrific though. But
I like that scene with him and Lois. That was very Guardians of the Galaxy coded. The one where she was in the bubble shield and he was fighting all those people on the beach.
Oh yeah,
it was like fun. That was very Guardians of the Galaxy.
That reminded me of the guy who whistles with the arrow.
Yeah, that's literally you could tell.
Yeah.
I think James Gunn did that on purpose though.
Yeah.
To give,
So there were parts of the movie that I think were good, but I just think overall he slingshotted it way too fast. Okay, so let me give you now what I think would have been a much better movie.
Okay.
And this kind of hits a little bit of slowing it down. It hits my issues with Superman a little bit. Also, you know what I didn't like? his parents, they kind of made him seem a little dumb. I don't know why. His Kansas parents.
Oh, okay.
They made him like, usually they're really like these wise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like.
What do you mean by dumb?
Just kind of like bumpkins.
Like country bumpkins?
A little bit. They made him seem a little country bumpkinish.
What? Really?
Yeah, they need to be like who he goes to for advice, and like they drop that kick-ass life advice and stuff. They were almost just like, oh, we have like the most powerful being in the world as our son. Time to go milk the cows.
But I think they were more like home and love and comfort for him.
Yes.
That's why when he really got his butt kicked by the kryptonite, he went there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, go.
Are we ready?
I'm listening.
Feel free to chime in, by the way. So, okay. So, you could start off with there is a Superman and the world knows about Superman. But don't start off with, and 3 weeks ago or 3 minutes ago or whatever, he just got his ass kicked. No, because I don't like that. Because Superman getting his butt kicked needs to be a pivotal part of the movie. So, it could be introducing Superman, the world knows Superman. You go to Lex Luthor, who maybe is a big, I don't want to say billionaire type, because right now people have very negative opinions of billionaires and things of that nature.
He is a billionaire. I mean,
he's a comic book character. But a billionaire who, for some reason, maybe is seen in a positive light.
Well, yeah, his character is supposed to be very charismatic and manipulative.
Yes,
like manipulative.
Yes. So
he portrays that he's doing good with his riches when has a hidden agenda.
Correct. So he's that, and Superman coming in. And maybe you give Superman a big scene where he does something big that saves people. So now people are starting to like him.
Okay.
Now Lex Luthor's starting to get jealous. Mm-hmm. He wants to figure out, he wants to bring him down, you know? So he sets up maybe fights and things of that nature to kind of study Superman. Now he's studying his fighting style. He has a scene where, Superman saves something, and someone's like, oh my God, Superman, I love you. Oh, can I take a picture with you or whatever? When they go to take a picture, a quick little plink of his hair or something like that. Maybe they don't show that. That'll be like later on when he realizes, oh, that's when they got my DNA. But it'll just be like a quick, like, Superman, oh my God, awesome, let's do a selfie. Psh, So now Lex is starting to create, and they make it almost vague. Like he's like, as things are happening in the movie, he's just like, don't worry, I got this. And it's maybe a pod, and you don't know what's in that pod. Almost like when they were making Vision in the Avengers movie. And it's him creating the clone Superman. Finally, he creates the clone Superman. And this is a crucial part of what will humanize that alien known as Superman. The world loves him so much, he's stopping this, he's stopping that, he's saving people from this and that. He starts getting almost like a little cocky, and almost starts believing his own BS. Remember in the beginning of Spider-Man, when the Spider-Man story, at least when he first gets his powers, he's kind of like, he's
like feeling himself. Yeah,
he's feeling himself, and he's just going on TV and doing things to get money, and that's how his uncle gets killed because he didn't stop the guy. Almost like that. He's just starting to get cocky, like, I'm Superman, I can do anything.
Yeah.
So, no, because now Lex finally builds his clone, releases him. He's got the fighting style. They have a big fight. The combination of Lex having basically a cloned Superman, Lex having studied Superman, knowing all stuff, and Superman being a little cocky goes into the fight, leads to Superman getting his ass kicked. Boom. Now it's the scene where he's in the snow. Calls the dog comes. They were a little silly going extra with the dog too, by the way. Don't even get me started on that. I think they did. I saw the eye roll, by the way, that you just did. They did. The movie was almost more about the dog than Superman. But that's when the dog comes, whatever, brings them to the Fortress of Solitude, where the robots are just robots, not fans. That pissed me off. They're playing that. I like and this is gonna tie into the end. They're playing as they're healing him. They're playing the message of his parents, his home world that's cut off or whatever. You know, he gets stronger. Maybe he questions himself. And there was a Superman, one of those old Christopher Reeves ones, where he kind of like didn't want to be Superman or something like that. Took his powers away. Maybe not to the point where he takes his powers away, but he questions himself because he's like, geez, I just got my ass kicked, whatever, I was too full of myself. Maybe that's when he goes back to Kansas. Mm-hmm. Maybe he gets his ass kicked twice. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Goes back. He's talking to his parents, and he's just like, maybe it's not worth it. Yada, yada, yada. They talk him back into being Superman. Final scene happens. He fights himself, the Bizarro Superman, or what do they call him, Mr. Ultimate or whatever?
Well, he was Ultimate whatever, but it was Bizarro.
Yeah, it's really Bizarro.
Yeah.
But they didn't make him like really, really dumb. They just reference him.
I think he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Like wicked dumb and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. He does the big fight.
Yeah.
Defeats him. Barely, but he defeats him. Now, the setup for the rest of the next Superman and the rest of the DC universe. The movie ends with, remember the Spider-Man movie where the one with
Andrew Garfield?
No. With Mysterio, where at the end of it he goes, Spider-Man's real identity is Peter Parker, mm-hmm. and that's how the movie ended. Mm-hmm. The end is Lex Luthor playing the... Yes, Martha?
I'm coming.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you can leave it there. That's okay.
Hey, Martha, how are you? Good. Not much. Yeah. I was gonna say I was texting her because I'm going to his house in Falmouth, so I need some recommendations when I go down.
Oh, you have a house in Falmouth, Ramiro?
Yeah.
Where are you?
In East Falmouth.
Oh, I'm in like Falmouth Village. I'm off the Walker. You know the ice cream shop on the corner, like Bill and something's Emporium, like.
Oh yeah.
That is the you go down one block into the left, and that's the street right there.
Oh, get out. So we have, do you know what's the name, Mahoney's Landscape or whatever?
Yeah,
So
Martha's.
yes, right across the street from there in the neighborhood, we have a house. And then we have another one a little bit closer to the beach, in the T-Ticket area or whatever.
Yeah, off of Mara Vista.
Right off of Mara Vista.
Yeah.
Right up, it's Mattapan Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jill's roommate from college lived off of on Mayflower.
Oh, okay.
Right off of Mara Vista.
Oh, get out.
So yeah, we went down there a couple of years ago.
Very cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she'll tell you all the good places.
Yeah.
Likes, you want the going out places. You want like the boathouse. I don't know that, but she'll tell you all the good places to go.
I know. Yeah, I needed to shoot her a text message soon.
Yeah, she'll be down there next week for her birthday, I think.
Oh, beautiful, nice. It's good seeing it. No, you're okay. Okay, already know 27 minutes. Okay, anyway,
Yeah. So now, just like in that Spider-Man movie, at the end, Lex broadcasts to the world. This is another part of the movie that I liked. The fact that the parents were like, go to Earth, conquer it, yada, yada, yada. And that it wasn't a setup, that was their actual message. Mm-hmm. So now, when it's all said and done, Lex broadcasts to the world. By the way, you guys all love this guy. We deciphered the message that that came from. They play it, and that's how the movie ends, where it's like the parents saying, go to Earth, conquer it, repopulate it, bring back Krypton on another planet or whatever. Boom, it cuts. Post-credit scene. Ready?
Okay.
Ready for the post-credit scene? The post-credit scene, you're seeing the message from the parents, and it's on a screen, slowly panning back.
It's Batman on his computer.
Batman, the back of Batman,
Yeah.
in the Batcave, checking out the message. Hits the button, shuts it off. Boom. Full credits. Tell me that would not be
Yeah.
right?
No, okay, I agree with you.
And the movie's slower.
Yeah.
It's more of it builds up to the big Superman getting his ass kicked fight. You got to have him have some Superman victories in between,
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And he has his little redemption story.
Uh-huh.
But at the end, Lex is like, I gotcha. And now you're looking at part 2 and you're like, wait a minute, part 2, it's going to be the whole setup of Superman is here to conquer us.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen the theory that people are saying that those aren't really his parents, that's General Zod and his wife, and everyone's like Supergirl's gonna come because everyone's like Jor-El would never say something like that. That's like not his character at all. He's way more, and everyone's like Supergirl knows. Oh, did you like her cameo or no? Because her movie's supposed to be like reckless. She's supposed to be on a bender.
I think
she's supposed to be like going to different planets and like partying to like not face her demons.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. After seeing the Superman movie, when that comes out, I'll just wait till it comes out streaming.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, there's this theory going online that either in the Supergirl movie or in the next Superman, Kara, Supergirl, is gonna see this message, and she's gonna like turn to Superman and say like, these aren't your parents. That's Zod and his wife, who want to conquer and take over Earth. But I don't know. That's there. Anyways. No, your post credit and your build up is good, predictable, but good. I think you're following a format that we have been used to from Marvel. That we're used to a slow build, a humbling moment, a re-character build up, a misconception in society.
But I think I said it quickly, but if this happened, it's definitely something that isn't true to the Superman story, but I think would be a kick-ass nuance. The him getting cocky.
But that's the thing, though. That's not Superman himself.
You don't have to make the.
But here's the thing, though. We've had so many different iterations, and people normally take the Christopher Reeves one as like the helm of what he is supposed to be. Like with Man of Steel, for example, that was basically a sci-fi movie, not a Superman movie, in my humble opinion. I liked Henry Cavill a lot as Superman, but I don't think that was a Superman movie. It was way too dark of a tone. It was much more a science fiction movie.
They tried to make it like the DC.
It was like
cartoons.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it just didn't translate.
We can't start like that. What I think fans like me really wanted was a classic Superman thing. I personally, I didn't want another introduction. I didn't want to see Krypton. I didn't want to see a blow up. I didn't want to see a pod. Go watch Smallville. Great show. Like, so many different things there. What I think James Gunn was trying to do, he was trying to zoom in, like really zoom in on a specific point in Clark's life that just shows exactly who he is. So now we have an idea of who he is, and now we're going to build from that. And he's also said every DC movie is going to have a very different tone. Mm-hmm. He said every movie that's going to come out, Batman, Wonder Woman, it's all going to be different.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be. The part you said where he gets cocky, that just doesn't happen in Clark's thing, because Clark, all he wants to do is be like everybody else. But he can't. And that's the strife he has to learn how to face, like when he's growing up and his powers start getting a little bit rough and he doesn't know how to control them. People know he's already treated different because he's like bullied and like a cast out, but people don't know. He knows, like once he figures out he's from another planet, he already feels like that. Then it's doubled down on. His powers start coming. He doesn't know what to do. He just wants to be like everybody else. What I think this movie did a really good job at was showing how he's balancing the two and how sometimes that doesn't always work. On how Superman needs Clark Kent and Clark Kent needs Superman.
I just thought of something else I hate in the movie.
Okay.
This unbelievable grand scheme by Lex Luthor, who, let's not forget, discovered a pocket universe and turned it into an alien jail.
Yes, I wasn't surprised.
Yeah. It was foiled and discovered Superman's entire fighting style to the point where he memorized how to beat him. Was foiled because his bimbo smoking hot girlfriend had a crush on a nerd that works with Superman.
That was hilarious.
That was stupid.
That was so fun.
That should have been like a quick little nugget as opposed to like the thing that brought him down.
He's a narcissist. He wants anyone who will give him his other ex was in the jail. His other ex was in the jail. What do you mean? No,
that should have been a quick little nugget like, oh, I got a text from this girl, and it's like, wait, you know her? As opposed to like, that being the crucial element, the nerd being like, oh, this hot girl won't leave me alone.
It plays on media because Clark works in journalism, and it was a whole breakdown on how we as a world interpret media and how things are put out. And it was basically like doing a double entendre on Lex, because he did that to Superman, so they did the exact same thing on him. That's why I loved this Clark and Lois. I'm obsessed. I think they did a phenomenal job with the casting. They did a phenomenal job. Them two, their dynamic, their chemistry, that was exactly what I wanted. Lois being like the really obsessed with her work and hyper focused, and like comically she's supposed to be a chain smoker, but they gave her like a sugar problem in this one. And then like her and Clark's dynamic, I loved it. I was like, yes, give me more.
I didn't hate the scene where she interviewed him,
Yeah.
or whatever. That was a cool scene.
Yeah, because she was giving him, she was digging in. You were like, yeah.
That I didn't mind. But again, that one, that gave me a little hope for the feeling himself that I was hoping, where he was like, I stopped the war. What are you talking about? That's what I do. I'm Superman.
Yes, because that was a Superman. He's supposed to be like protector, strong. Like, I saved her. He's not supposed to be cocky. He is a symbol of hope. And Lex Luthor is a narcissist. What bothers a narcissist more is a person who is extremely like happy with themselves, is in tune with themselves, and that they get other attention. That's why Lex can't stand him, because he wants to be loved and revered by people and all these things, but his motives are so off. And Superman is just doing him. He's like, I'm just trying to save this country and do my best, and here's what you get.
I'm just trying to build up to and I'm not DC guy. When it comes to DC versus Marvel, I'm way more Marvel than DC. But my favorite DC storyline is the Injustice storyline. And I think that this ultimately should build up to that. Now, the Injustice storyline, for people who don't know, would be
Superman goes crazy.
Was Superman, not Superman goes crazy. Superman becomes what everybody fears.
Yeah.
Which is,
basically
rules the world, but not because he's a bad guy, but because he thinks that's what's best for the world. And it gets set up because the Joker
kills Lois and the baby.
No, he tricks Superman.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
into
she
killing a pregnant Lois Lane.
Yeah, I forgot.
Which is where he flips out. He kills the Joker.
Yeah.
Which everybody's like, wait a minute, wait, we don't do that killing bad guys thing.
Yeah.
And that's when he's like, you know what? I've been doing this wrong. Yeah. I'm going to rule Earth with an iron fist, to the point where bad guys come and attack now, and Superman's fighting them, and they're all like, oh, you know what? At the end of the day, if Superman defeats us, it's all good because he's not going to kill us. And he goes, no. I'm done with that. Now I'm going to start killing you bitches.
Yeah.
And he starts killing bad guys that he normally just defeats.
Yeah. You like it because it's not common. We don't see that a lot with Superman, so that's why you like it. I think what James Gunn is doing is he's a very smart guy. Go back to Guardians. He's not directing every single movie and writing every single. He's not even writing the Batman movie.
He's being like the Kevin Feige, right?
Yeah. But he's gonna write some. Like, he wrote and directed Superman. Batman, he has a plan, and he literally said, "I am not giving you another origin story with Batman, so don't expect that." He's like, "You were gonna meet Batman already established with the Bat family with Robin. We're not doing this again." He was like, "You've had so many," because we have another one coming out too. He said it's gonna be Batman meeting Damian, his son, and Damian becoming Robin in that dynamic. He's like, you're already going to have a Batgirl, you're going to have Nightwing, all that's going to be done. But what I think James Gunn is doing with Superman specifically is he's giving us a moldable piece of clay. I think he's saying, here's Superman, here's what you're comfortable with, here's what a good, wholesome story. What's going to happen in Justice League, the first one? Or what's going to happen in Wonder Woman when he meets another almost equal level strength person who's on Earth? What's going to happen when he meets Batman, who goes toe-to-toe with him mentally? And you know what I mean? We don't know how Clark has been in his bubble, kind of.
But they already brought in 3 other meta-humans.
Yeah, but that's not...
Just saying, hey, by the way, there's superheroes all over Earth, and humans are cool with it.
Yeah, but it's different, though. It's different when Superman is at the helm of it with other people. I think that's because the Justice Gang, or whatever he was calling it, like, they were kind of like a mockery. They were like, "Oh my god!" And Superman's like, "Yeah, I'm all sad. I'm not about that." I just think, look, I like your vision. It's just that's been done. That's a classic way of doing it, which isn't bad. It's just I think if that's how they went about it, it would have been a wash, rinse, repeat form of story. I'm not saying it would have been bad. I'm saying the storytelling form has already been done in that sense.
Okay, let me ask you, which of the superhero, like the Iron Man, Doctor Strange, all that stuff, which one was your favorite origin story film? And then I'll tell you mine.
Iron Man. No. Iron Man.
I love how they built up Iron Man in each movie, like him getting smarter and better with the tech and all that stuff. I love how the Doctor Strange movie was. I think that was.
He needed that humbling thing, like you're talking about.
I think the Doctor Strange movie was like was almost a DC. I'm sorry, the MCU version of almost like the Batman-ish, like that. Like it was like a good tempo for his
build like him
up.
going a train and
But my favorite is the first Guardians of the Galaxy. You had 4 different characters.
Well,
I think they did a great job of slowly, but with an intention.
When you said origin story, Guardians is my favorite too. When you said origin stories, I don't know why I was focusing just on one, but I have to agree with you. Guardians
is my favorite because it's 4 characters and they figured out a way to do it all in one movie where it wasn't slow, but it also wasn't rushed, in my opinion. And that is what
you can't do that with everything, though. Makes it that James Gunn little touch of magic worked with Guardians because they're unconventional characters. They needed that. They need everything he did in that movie. It was needed. It was necessary to introduce I love Star-Lord. A Star-Lord solo movie and then introducing all of them, that would have been a waste. How that worked, all of them together made sense because they're unconventional characters. You know what I mean?
I know. I'm just saying that one.
What did you think of Hawkgirl and all of that?
I don't really give a rat's. I like the Guy Gardner guy, but Hawkgirl
and Mr. Terrific.
I could give her a take. I think I wasn't a huge fan of the Mr. Terrific. I think they I don't know what they tried to do with them.
I don't think they're coming back. I don't know, but I don't think they're coming back. I just think they were there just to be there. Well, Green Lantern, what they're doing with the Lanterns show is cool because you know how like Green Lanterns are like cops pretty much. They get like different planets. There's a Lantern. So the Green Lantern that's going to be in the DCU is John Stewart, the one from Justice League, like the show, because there's Hal Jordan, the white guy, then John Stewart, the black guy. Yeah. John Stewart he's in the Justice League. There's a Lanterns TV show coming out, and it's mirrored like True Detective. It takes place in the Midwest, and there's been like alien sightings and UFO things, people going missing and being abducted. And Hal Jordan, Earth's Green Lantern, goes to investigate, but he has to be low key because he doesn't want to show that he's a Green Lantern. And he meets John Stewart, who's like a detective there. Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to be filmed like a true detective show. And then at the end, everyone's assuming, he gets the ring.
I don't hate that idea.
That's going to be cool. Yeah. Wonder Woman, I don't know what they're going to do with it yet. Like I told you, Batman, James Gunn said, we're not doing an origin story. You're going to get everyone here, and it's going to be about Damian and yada, yada, yada.
And they're going to hopefully not make that silly.
I don't... No, he said... Oh, no. He said, I don't want a camp Batman. No, he made that very clear. He was like, I don't want a campy, fun comic book Batman. He said no.
Good.
But...
Good.
What you said something else that struck a nerve in me when you were talking. What was it? Oh, back to Lex. One last thing about Lex. That's you're like, oh, he created a pocket universe. That's the point though with Lex. You're supposed to expect that from him because he's just so ridiculously smart and has all these tools and privileges and all these things that, like, yes, of course he has a pocket dimension jail that he created and all these things because it's Lex Luthor, because that's why his cockiness is to that level, because he does things like that.
I understand, but I just think that was if you could create a pocket universe and again make it a jail that how do you build a jail in there where you can house aliens? If you can do that,
look at how much money he has.
Okay, but if you can do that, and then you're trying to convince this guy from a country, hey, let's do this so I can have half of the country that you're conquering. Why can't you just kidnap that son of a bitch and throw him in the jail and go, this is my country, and if you don't like it, I'm going to turn this black hole on and destroy everything? Why not? What? Again, they just rushed all that. They tried to make it too too much out of this world, alien, other universe stuff on Earth. You have enough. You have Superman.
I liked the movie. I enjoyed myself. I saw it at the Jordan's Furniture IMAX Theater. It was a huge screen. I was with a lot of fans. I stood in line like old school, where you stand in line to go pick your seats because you can't pick your seats there. You just buy a ticket, you gotta wait in line.
Yeah.
Go out there like an hour early. It was a sold-out show. It was like 400 people. Okay? So on opening night, it was great. I had a great time. Everyone was in a good mood. No one was making these comments like he's making right now.
I'm glad, but you're a Superman super fan, so it's like
because I understand the character, but I also ready. If we have this conversation about Batman, I also understand Batman. So like, I get it. I just don't think you understand Superman's character.
Listen, the first thing I said was, from when I was a little kid and into superheroes, my favorite was Spider-Man. Not because he was the first one I saw. The first superhero, or everybody's first superhero they get introduced to is basically Superman.
Yeah.
Superhero Superman.
Yeah.
But I'm like, cool, Superman, guy, he can fly, he's super strong, all that stuff. And then I got introduced to Spider-Man, and I'm like, oh, wait, this dude got he got to deal with stuff. He's not just going out there and being a hero that everybody loves. Like the fact that people didn't like him.
But Superman does deal with stuff. He said it to Lex. He goes, I'm just like you. He's like, I wake up. He basically said, stop putting me on a pedestal.
He is on a pedestal.
But because you put him there. He wants to be like everybody else. Why do you think he's a journalist? You know what I mean? Because he wants to.
He's an idiot.
He wants to control his narrative. He wants to control his narrative, Superman's narrative. That's what I'm saying, though, is his whole internal thing is I wake up every day, I put my pants on just like you do. I am as human as you. Stop making me. Lex was like, he's not a human, he's an it. He's like, stop putting that on me. Because, like you said, if he wanted to, in a snap of his fingers, he could take over.
Yes.
But that's not him, and people keep projecting that onto him, and he's like, yo, stop. That's not me. I'm a symbol of hope. I'm a normal good guy. You guys need to stop nerfing me.
I just don't like Ultimate Good. Hey, in my defense, even when I was young and used to watch wrestling and all that stuff, I used to hate the Ultimate Good guys.
Yes. No, I get it.
I get it. Guys more.
I get it. It's not as someone like Batman where there's layers to it and you can really sit down and dissect it. I get it. But you got to have a mix. You gotta have someone like Batman or someone like Spider-Man. Then you also gotta have someone like Superman. You gotta have a mix of it so that they all can work together as a team. Not everyone has to be broken down. And
the ultimate super, just ultimate goody two shoes.
He's not goody two shoes.
He would say stuff like golly gee or things of that.
Yeah, because he's from Kansas.
Those guys, and I feel the same way about bad guys. When it's the bad guy, I'm like, you got to give me something besides just I am evil and I want everybody to die and to run everything. You got to give me a Thanos type of bad guy where you look at it and go,
down every single villain. Every single villain.
You got a little bit. Every single villain should have a little bit, and then they have a friend or a henchman who's just I will do your bidding. I am a straight piece of evil. Just steer me in the right direction.
I'm going to match you with this. You're a big X-Men fan.
Yes.
Okay? I'll match you with this. I've said the same thing, and I think I've already told you this. I've said the same thing many times about the X-Men. I think if it were to ever get redone, I think all those characters need a slow burn and a build. Give me a show where it's them in school. Last season, make it 2 seasons, 3 max. 3, I don't even want 3. Give me 2. I'll be fine with 2. Last episode, grand finale, make it really effing serious. Make it bring the social injustice stuff. Make them have that all there. Make them be whoa, we are seen as abominations. Give me a big level threat. Then give me a movie. Let me grow with them because they're supposed to be teenagers in school. Let me grow with them. Let me get to know them. And then when things go bad, they're adults. Now they're dealing with real world problems. So I get it.
That's an awesome idea.
I get it.
I love that idea.
I get it because I think
you're going to be excited. I feel like that's really going to happen.
No, because that's what I think should happen because it's it just hasn't been done properly in my eyes. But same thing with Superman. I get it, but I think we needed this. We needed this breath of fresh air from DC. It's been a minute. Just glad there was no Kal-El. No, I was just really glad that that's done and over with. But, oh my God.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Where's your Red Sox Superman shirt?
I gave it to my daughter and I said, tear out the Superman and just use the Red Sox shirt.
He is ridiculous. He really is. I can't.
Listen, hey, I'm wearing the Superman blue. I love the color of his of his outfit, but
okay. Are you gonna go see Fantastic Four next week? Come on.
That one looks fantastic. I want to see it. I don't know. No, you know what? My son, he'd enjoy it. It's funny because after Superman, I walked out and I was like, oh God, I shouldn't have high expectations of Fantastic Four. But I think I like everything in the preview where Galactus is like, I want the baby, where Mr. Fantastic is like, I don't know if we're going to save you. The only thing I don't like is that I know how it ends.
Yeah, me too.
Because of that stupid Thunderbolts movie.
Yeah, I don't know
where
why
it's
they
like
did that.
The world gets destroyed and they escape.
That was really
ship
stupid.
and,
I don't know whose idea that like ruined it.
That was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
They should have ended that when she said, remember they were kind of having a conversation and she goes, and then we have that space problem, and the Captain America dude goes, what do you mean we have plenty of space here? And she said outer space. And then they kept the conversation going. They should have ended it like a vague reference like that.
Yeah.
But having the ship show up and all that stuff, it's like, oh, come on.
No, it's like we really know what's
now we
going on.
legit know like exactly how the movie's going to end.
Yeah.
Galactus wins.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that theme. I love like retro futurism. I love that whole vibe.
Yes.
I really love it, so I'm excited for that. I like everyone's like, oh my God, why is Silver Surfer a girl? Why did
Well, Silver Surfer was a girl in the comics.
open a damn comic book. There's two of them.
Yeah.
I sound like such a geek. I love it. There's Norrin Rad, the one we meet in the OG one.
Yeah.
Then his wife, Shala Ball, who's the one we're gonna see in this new movie.
Yeah.
She also has powers.
And I also, this is just like a personal thing. The girl that's playing her,
Julia Garner, yeah.
I love that girl.
Yeah, she's a great actress.
She is she's a chick from the Ozarks who's like
Yeah.
a psychopath. She played that girl, the real life story of that girl who like lied to everybody about the blood test thing. What the hell was it?
I forgot.
And she has range.
Yeah.
So like I'm just a fan of her.
And she
her
delivered
character.
her thing went viral. Are you the protectors of this world? Like
my
it's
God,
like all
yeah.
it's everywhere now.
Yeah.
So no, I'm excited for that. I'm gonna go see that next week. But I don't know, Ramiro. I don't know what the
You don't
problem
have
is.
to know.
I don't know.
Superman's
You don't have to know anything.
You have to know.
I'm going to Philadelphia in 2 weeks.
For what?
Gonna go see The Weeknd.
Okay.
We're just doing a day trip. We got very cheap tickets.
Very nice.
So, and I've never been to Philly, so I'm gonna go to the Rocky Steps.
Okay.
So I can be like,
Very nice. Philadelphia, the only city that has a statue for a fake character. But I don't care because it's Rocky, who is has an amazing story.
Yeah.
We can get into that another
I
day.
love Rocky. No, I'm on the same page as you. I love the Rocky stuff.
The Rocky story, I was explaining it to someone the other day, and they were like, yeah, but how'd they make one, 20 years later or whatever? And I'm like, because it was awesome. It was awesome. The worst one was Rocky 5, where he was supposed to die, and if he died, it would have made the movie awesome. But he didn't. And when they came back with Rocky 6, it was such a throwback to Rocky 1 that was... Well, we got to get into this we'll get into it another day because we'll be here for like another hour discussing this. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any guest ideas for the Passion Project podcast, let us know. Thank you.
Thank you.